Set 180. Round 80. Here we go. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing solid.
Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the end. NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards there, 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the 2nd active leading rusher in the NFL. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit him so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They try again with Peterson. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Watch out, watch out. Left, left, left. Wait, 89.
On third down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a quick.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Throwing, Rivers. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else. End up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 12.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Check 3.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They come out here in the eye. On second down now, it's Gordon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
6-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Rivers. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 39 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A give to Peterson out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The end result, 21 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now Mahomes. And it's caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
That throw into the arms of Allen. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now here's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next? And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on out here. Come get some.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Rivers throws complete to Benjamin. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Rivers now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Hey, 79! 79! Check 24, check 24. General West. Wait, 89!
From the gun, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Rivers now going deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So first thing across my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
On second and 7, Rivers. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if some
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be out right at the 35. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down.
14 yards. That's good for Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Mahomes now to throw, and that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Benjamin. And down to the 11. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 13.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Returning, it's Benjamin. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Hey, Delta! Alpha!
This is Gordon as they go to him again. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Back 180! Back 180!
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20, 10, touchdown LA. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Mahomes now on 1st down. That's caught left side by Hardman. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. He may try and run for this. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Mahomes to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chargers going to...
100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can call for the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor...
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Yellow, 180!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Yellow, there's a line!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Play action now. Rivers. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2.
Hey,
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Third down, they'll throw with stick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're going to go play action now with stick. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Stick back to pass. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that? And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Mahomes going to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. After one, it's 9-0. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here we go, here we go. Gate team, Gator.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Defense.
Off play action, it's Stick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And they will finally put him into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Here's Stick looking to throw.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Throwing on second and 14. Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on second down, Mahomes, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. It's complete right side to Benjamin. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And his throw is incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stick. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that's going to open the lead up now to 3 scores at 18-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Hey, 57, 57.
On 2nd and very short, Mahomes. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will not be returnable. It's out. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Attack!
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And my goodness, another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Stick looks to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On third down, this is Jackson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Second down and goal. Stick, the defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that is going to set up third and goal.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a fourth and goal. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on fourth down last year, and they're going here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
He's got a first down or more inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They'll start here with Jackson, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
They run again with Jackson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Stick. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Chris Jones on the stop.
Single, slot. Hey, you on the
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They're going to go play action now with Stick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Tackle made that time by Cornell Armstrong. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Stick back to pass. Going deep here for Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. The intended receiver there, Allen. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Joey Bosa bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Watch twins.
Hey, 15. Yellow. 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch the safety creep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. A shotgun throw for Stick. This is caught by Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. It's complete to Watt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Stick to throw once more. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Stick. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there, and I know.
And now here's another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, lead. Pilot, 64, weak, 5. Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So once again, the Charger offense is going to line up to go for two here. Here's Stick looking to throw, and this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the...
And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it.
Come on, guys. We got this.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yes,
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.